Namaste, I'm Dr. Smita. As discussed in the previous video, I was saying that I will explain you the 12 techniques which have been enlisted in 46, 47, 48 and 49 sutras so that you are aware about the 12 techniques in one go. So starting with the 46 sutra, it says the one who crosses Maya. The Maya is all around us, and the one who transcends that Maya, that the one who gives up his entanglement with the sensuous objects is assumed to have transcended Maya, because Maya is attracting you towards itself and pulling you away. It's a world of illusion, and illusion which takes you away from the reality, and reality is one, the Supreme Lord, the Param Brahma. Then the second point is that he who serves the great devotees. Suppose if you are just on the path of spirituality and you are on the path of devotion, so in that path, if you happen to come across great saints, great sages, great priests who have given up and transcended Maya, if you serve them, if you just extend your services to them, then also is a technique of going on the path of devotion. Then the third is who renounces all sense of possession in himself. Whatever thing he is possessing, if he has lost all the feverishness of it, and it is said in the sutra that it doesn't mean that you have to give away all things, you have to become a pauper. No, if you are a king also, but then you don't have to have an attraction towards the worldly objects. This is what is stated in the 46th sutra, and there are three techniques. First technique is to transcend over Maya. Second technique is to serve those who are on the path of goodness, the great saints and all. And the third, to give away all the feverishness for all the possessions you have. Now coming over to the 47th sutra, it says who gives away everything and goes to retire to his solitude. Solitude here doesn't mean that you have to renunciate the world and go on the hills, mountains or forest. You have to be in solitude with yourself, wherein you are not in contact with the worldly impressions. So that is one form of, which is the fourth technique of devotion. Then the fifth, who has given up all his bondage with the world by the roots. Whatever relationships you are having, it is not meaning that you give away all those relationships, but that feverishness, that attachment, that feeling of that you cannot live without that person or that object, you have to give away that thing radically from the roots itself. You have to give it. And then the sixth one is that who goes beyond the influences of the gunas. Whatever desires, aversions, whatever you are having, when you transcend that also, then you go above all those gunas. And then the seventh one is that who renounces all the anxieties in acquiring and maintaining. If you acquire something, then it is by God grace. But if you are putting all your feverishness, all your nervousness into it, is acquiring things and maintaining that after you are acquiring, so give away all this that anxiety related to that. So in the sutra we have got four this thing, so that makes it 7 sutras. In the fourth one, it is that you should retire to your solitude. Fifth is that you should get away with all the bondages radically of the world. Sixth, you should transcend your gunas, all the qualities or whatever the natural impulses you are having, you have to get over them. And the seventh one is that you have to get rid of all the anxieties of acquiring and maintaining things. So that was of the 47 sutras. So that makes it 4, 6, 7. 7 this thing we have talked about. Now coming over to the 48th sutra, in this sutra is that who relinquishes the fruits of actions, as we had discussed. The ones who has, in the last sutra we had discussed, who gives away all the fruits of actions, and he totally is not affected as to whether it will be a success, whatever action he has, it will be a success or a failure. And the fifth is that who is able to live in the opposites, he attains a nirdvan state, and who is able to give up his ego. So there were 3 points in this also, that if you give up your ego, then you are able to go one, you become one with the Lord, and you give up the anxieties of all the actions you have attained. And the last one is that you are able to come over all the contradictory happenings in your life, so you attain that equanimity. So that was the 48th sutra. And 49th sutra, it was said that you give away all the rituals mentioned in the Vedas and all the knowledge of feeling which leads you to the feeling of I, main, mera, I, my, mine, myself, that feeling if you get rid of, then that free devotion, free love of God, that free flowing love of God totally springs in you. So these were the 12 techniques which have been mentioned in 46 to 49 sutra. Thank you so much.